Check 1, 2.
One, two, three. And then we have to check this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay. The Patels are here. All right. Your guests are having too much fun at dinner. They're hanging. I keep seeing myself on Zoom. I keep thinking that's Dan. I'm like looking behind me.
Maybe he's watching.
Hello, Dan.
Could
Are
be in
you
the car
watching?
watching.
All right. Should I say Shabbat? Ooh, let's get started. Come here.
Yeah.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
A few of us are having deja vu at the moment, so it's kind of a weird moment. I'm Rabbi Larry Friedman. I am the director of the religious school my main office is over at the Road of Shalom building. It's joint with Beth Shalom, and now we are a unified religious school. So that's what we're calling it. Rabbi Stephanie Wolf keeps calling it Unified Religious School, URS, yours, get it? It's yours, get it? That's a working title. Today I heard that we have been called Temple Beth Who, so that's not a bad working title. But in any event, I'm glad I could be here helping out. Rabbi Feldman, of course, is dropping his kid off at college, so that's a moment. And he said, would you like to be here for Noah? And I said, yes, so there you go. We're going to begin with a nigun. So Shabbat Shalom, welcome everyone, here we go.
Melody has no specific words, so we can focus on the way the music makes us feel as we bring ourselves into Shabbat. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 ya la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Back to the top. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 ya la. One more time. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la ya la la ya la, ya la 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 ya la, ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la, ya la ya la la ya la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la ya la la la.
We turn to page 2 in the Siddur. Just in case there's a bunch of visitors here tonight, it goes from right to left in the Hebrew direction. The right-hand side is usually the traditional prayers. The left-hand side are often poetic interpretations. We're on page 2. Noah, if you would mind bringing up your parents to light Shabbat candles. Over there.
Absolutely.
Who's lighting? Oh.
She's got to practice for her bat mitzvah.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotah v'tzivanu asher.
Amen. All right. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
very much. We turn to page 12 for L'chuna Ranana.
Lechu niranina, lechu niranina, lechu niranina ladonai. Lechu niranina, lechu niranina, lechu niranina ladonai. Naria, naria, letzur yishenu lekadma.
We continue on page 20 with Lecharodi, and I assume we're doing verses 1, 2, 5, and 9, and at 9 we'll rise and turn towards the door and welcome in the Sabbath bride.
למחשבה תחילה. בעולם, גם בשמחה ובטוב עולם, תוכן בונה על סגולה.
Little bow.
בואי חלם, בואי חלם, יאללה לי, יאללה לה לה לך דודי,
Die, 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 die.
יאללה לה 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 לך חלם,
Die, 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 die.
יאללה לה לה בני שבת, בני שבת הנקה, בנה יאללה לה לה לך דודי, יאללה לה לה לך חלם, יאללה לה לה בני שבת, בני שבת הנקה, בנה.
We'll continue standing page 26 to conclude the opening section, Chatzi Kaddish.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה.
אמן.
ועלמא דברך חירותי וימליך מלכותי. בחיי כל ויומכון ובחיי כל בית ישראל. בעגלה בעגלה ובזמן קריב ימרו.
Amen.
יהי שמי רבה מברך. להלה מול עלמי עלמיים, יתברך, יתברך וישתבח ויפאר ויתרומם וינשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו להילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמה וימרו.
Amen. Continue on 28 with Baruch.
Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Adonai HaMevorach.
Seated for a moment, page 30. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, and thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tzavaot is your name. Everlasting God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening. Baruch atah Adonai Hamariv Aravim. And page 32, Ahavat Olam.
אהבת עולם, בית ישראל, עמך ארצם, תורה ומצוות, חוקים ומשפט בחוקיך, ונשמח בדברי תורתך, ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו לאורך ימינו, ובהם נגה יומם ולילה. בבטך תסיר ממנו לעולמים, ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל.
Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. On page 34, we have Noah coming up to lead. Do I give him a mic?
Yes. Or you can use the hand. We join together in the words of Shema.
Let me get that here. You get that.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto, Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto, Leolam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
You may be seated as we continue chanting Be'ahavta on page 36.
I think that's you. Take it away.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך, ושוכבך ובקומך, ושרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו תותפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיהם. אני אדוני אלוהיהם, אשר הוצאתי אתם מארץ מצרים, להיות להם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיהם, אדוני אלוהיהם אמת.
Great job.
Very nice. Thank you. It's a Vorspeise, as my mother would used to say, a little appetizer for tomorrow. We continue on with page 39. All this we hold to be true and you know what, let's read on the left side. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands and marching together. On page 40, Michamocha.
la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 Di kambo kama heli madonai Di kambo kane etamakundes Norate hilo se fele Norate hilo se fele Malchut chara uvanecha Bokei ayam lifnei Moshe Miriam Se'eli anu ve'amru Se'eli anu ve'amru Adonai yimlo le'olam va'ed Adonai yimlo le'olam va'ed Yalai Ya la 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 Ya la 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 Ya la 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 Ya la 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 ya la la la
Oh, you all put up so much with me. Page 42. Hashkivenu. Grant, O God, that we lie down in peace and raise us up our guardian to life renewed. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Guide us with your good counsel. And for your name's sake, be our help. Shield and shelter us beneath the shadow of your wings. Defend us against enemies, illness, war, famine, and sorrow. Distance us from wrongdoing. For you, God, watch over us and deliver us. For you, God, are gracious and merciful. Guard our going and coming to life and to peace evermore. Blessed are you, Adonai, guardian of Israel, whose shelter of peace is spread over us, over all your people Israel, and over Jerusalem. Baruch atah Adonai, hapores sukat shalom aleinu, v'al kol amo Yisrael, v'al Yerushalayim. Next page, Vishamru.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת בתורותם ברית עולם חלמי ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת בתורותם
Page 46, Tefillah, please rise. That one needs the turbo. You sing it all? You got it.
Oops, wrong key. Adonai Tzvatai Tiftach. Adonai Tzvatai Tiftach. Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha. Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha. Adonai Tzvatai Tiftach. Adonai Tzvatai Tiftach. Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha. Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotzeinu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor ve'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, ve'Konei Hakol, ve'Zocher Chasdei Avot ve'Imahot, ומביא גאולה לפני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם וזרעת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, מוריד הטל, מחכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חודים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך ועל גבורות, ומדום מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל, ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יעללוהו חסלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש. We continue on our own silently, including the prayers of our own hearts.
Thank you. Page 60.
Shalom Rav
page 258, we have a prayer for our country, and we can read together in the middle of the page. Thus says Adonai, this is what I desire, to unlock the fetters of wickedness and untie the cords of lawlessness, to let the oppressed go free, to break off every yoke, share your bread with the hungry, and take the wretched poor into your home. When you see the naked, give clothing, and do not ignore your own kin. If you banish the yoke from your midst, the menacing hand, the evil speech, if you offer compassion to the hungry and satisfy the famished creature, then your light shall shine in darkness. And on 259, a prayer for the state of Israel. Avinu Shabbat Sur Yisrael v'go'alo, Barech et Medinat Yisrael Reshit Smichat Gulatenu. Hagen aleha be'evrat chastecha ufros aleha sukat shlomecha. Ushlach orcha v'amitcha l'rosheha, sareha v'yoatzeha. V'takneim be'etzat tova milfanecha v'natata shalom ba'aretz, v'simchat olam liyoshveha, v'nomar. Amen. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there. And we say, Amen. And a prayer for those who are not feeling well this week. I have Dana Green, Rosalind Richmond, Helene Kessler-Burke, Dr. Jane Siegel, Malka Bat Tamar, Itamar Ben Meir, Murray Reinwald, Michael Butler, Kathy Schiller, Olivia Hibble, Jerry-Ann Morgan, Lorraine, Deet Ditch, Andrew Roth, Chava Gittel Bat Toiba, Betty Kolko, Ava Lopez, Flynn Wecht, Sally Z, Andrea Blinn, Carmen Lazaro, Angela Hertz, Heather Graham, James J.H. Yee, Murray Frank, Arlene Smith, Betty Rothbart, Mark Grassick, David Ben Shlomo, Abigail Fagelson, Ted Davis. And I'll ask if we'll start over here. If you have any names of a family member or friend who is not well this week and is in need of a blessing of healing, you can just say their name as I come across. In the back, coming down front. In the back. Over here. We'll go in the back. Coming around. And over here. We ask for God's blessing that they all might have a refuat nefesh, refuat haguf, a recovery, a healing of spirit as well as body. Did you have some names? No, I don't think so. We ask for God's blessing that they might all have a good healing. Let me add Rabbi Stephanie's mother and father are both not doing well, so we'll include them.
We join together in these words on page 253 in the middle of the page.
I know what to do now. We've got our simchas coming up. However, Rabbi Feldman is away because he's taking his son to college in North Carolina, and while he was there, He visited Selma Rive and Roz Richmond, and Selma told Rabbi Thelman to tell me to tell you that she sends her love to the congregation. And I will tell Rabbi Thelman to tell Selma that she got an awe from the congregation. Anybody have anything fun, uplifting, simchas, happiness, joyful moments?
Last Saturday, I returned from Madagascar.
Oh, very nice. Welcome back.
I think they turned 100 this Saturday.
Say that again?
My mother just turned 100 this Saturday.
Oh, 100th birthday. Oh, yeah. Wow, very nice, indeed. Coming around. I see the hands.
My son's getting married this weekend.
Last weekend, Mimi and I got to go out to Palo Alto, California, and celebrate our great niece Rava's 3rd birthday. So it was wonderful.
Very nice. Coming here. Coming up.
We just got back with a 5-day trip with our 4-year-old grandson, 2 days in Legoland, 24 hours in Manhattan with a subway ride, a bus ride, Staten Island ferry, saw Ellis Island, saw the Statue of Liberty, had lunch on Staten Island, and he saw the Empire State Building and Herald Square and Times Square. And we traveled the Lincoln Tunnel twice.
Did you get the traffic so he could really study the walls of the Lincoln Tunnel so you could really have the full experience? Coming around. I'm exhausted. That was a lot.
We've had our granddaughters here, which was a real pleasure. One of them just left today to go back to the Bay Area. Wonderful to have them here.
Yeah. Coming around. There you go.
We're happy to celebrate Noah Patel's bar mitzvah and all of our family and friends that came from all over the country.
Yeah. You had a lovely dinner. I saw that. It was great. Coming around. We know what's going on with you guys. Did you want to say something? No. Coming through on this side. Over here.
I have 2 grandchildren who are starting college this coming set of weeks.
Wow.
And one is Anna's, my daughter Anna, and her daughter, my granddaughter Sophie, and she's going to University of Oregon.
Wow.
And my grandson Jared, and he's going to USC.
Very nice. Oh, wow. Very, very nice. Hey, coming through.
My wife Lori is in Scottsdale, Arizona, and she's helping my daughter by marriage, Allison, to move into her new house and a new stage and a new chapter in her life. And her daughter Pluto passed their driver's license.
Very nice. Coming through, coming through. Oh, hey. Moving around. All right, well, I guess I can add one too. Many of you remember Lev? Well, he's getting married too. So he's getting married next Sunday. So you can send me an email. You won't get an answer. It's wedding week coming up, right? It's wedding week. That's just what it is. We're all very excited.
Is there anything on there online that someone wrote in?
My younger son starts back to work on Monday after a 3-month layoff. He is a mechanical engineer in Newport News, Virginia, and that is from Lenore.
Mazel tov.
No longer unemployed. That gets a double hand shake in the air.
We join in this blessing of thanksgiving our Sheikh Yanu for bringing us to these special occasions. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה.
We are here in Parshat Re'eh, and for those who don't know me, I am drawn to odd bits of Torah that might make a person squeamish. In Deuteronomy, Perek 12, Psukim 1 through 15, we have this. These are the laws and rules that you must carefully observe in the land that Adonai, God of your ancestors, is giving you to possess as long as you live on earth. So far, so good. Do what God says. You must destroy all the sites at which the nations you are to dispossess worshiped their gods, whether on lofty mountains and on hills or under any luxuriant tree. Ooh. Now, hold on a minute. I'm not sure about this. It continues. Tear down their altars, smash their pillars, put their sacred posts to the fire, and cut down the images of their gods, obliterating their name from that site. Well, that's a little more violent than what I was expecting. And what happened to all that feel-good, let's all respect each other attitude that I'm used to in Judaism? First of all, that was then, this is now. Let's just get that out of the way. The rabbis made clear long ago that this context is of a moment, not to be repeated wherever and whenever we lived. But even still, what is going on here? Here's what's going on. The text continues. Do not worship your God Adonai in like manner, but look only to the site that your God Adonai will choose amidst all your tribes as God's habitation, to establish the divine name there. There you are to go, and there you are to bring your burnt offerings and other sacrifices, your tithes and contributions, your votive and free will offerings, and the firstlings of your herds and flocks. Together with your households you shall feast there before your God Adonai, happy in all the undertakings in which God Adonai has blessed you. You shall not act at all as we now act here, each of us as we please, because you have not yet come to the allotted haven that your God Adonai is giving you. The style of worship at the time was that people, any people, would have their local shrines, their local altars. Wherever you lived, you didn't have to go very far to make your offerings. And it would seem that before the Israelites crossed over the Jordan, they were doing this and more. They were acting each as we pleased. They would do whatever they wanted when it came to worshiping God. In other words, religious chaos. Everyone sincere, but no one connecting with the other. No uniformity, nothing to bring us together. Not that anyone cared at that point. We were united by the journey. However, that was about to change. When you cross the Jordan and settle in the land that your God Adonai is allotting to you, and God grants you safety from all your enemies around you, and you live in security, then you must bring everything that I command you to the site where your God Adonai will choose to establish the divine name. Your burnt offerings and other sacrifices, your tithes and contributions, and all the choice votive offerings that you vow to Adonai. So there will be one site, one location, run by the tribe of Levi, with leadership from the clan of Kohen. And before we finish, God repeats, take care not to sacrifice your burnt offerings in any place you like, but only in the place that Adonai will choose, in one of your tribal territories. There you shall sacrifice your burnt offerings, and there you shall observe all that I enjoin upon you. All right, before we get into it, this section ends with a little rachmanis, a little compassion. If you could only offer animal sacrifices in one place, Jerusalem is where it's going to be, you would not be eating meat very often because you would have to travel all that way. So this section concludes this way. But whenever you desire, you may slaughter and eat meat in any of your settlements, according to the blessing that your God Adonai has granted you. The impure and the pure alike may partake of it, the gazelle, the deer, and all that. So if you have a craving, you could eat some barbecue. But back to our problem. Why can't we do each as we please? Why do we have to be uniform with our connecting to God? We could say that this is a cynical power grab. We could say that the Levites wrote this so that they could stay in charge. We could say that this attitude is promoted by the Kohanim so they would be elite forever. Maybe. One could argue against the text and use it to prove that religious elites abuse their power as gatekeepers. And truly, that has happened in every religion anywhere on the planet. But there is another side to all of this. Let's look away from the elites. Let's cut them a break and assume they will use their position properly. What is happening here for the common people? We have everyone offering korbanot wherever, whenever, and it's all good. This and that Israelite wants to show gratitude, thankfulness, they want to do the right thing, and even though they have the Torah, it would seem that certain rules were held in abeyance until they got to the land that God will show them. Until then, it was the Wild West of sacrifices to God, or I think Wild East, because it's on the other side of the Jordan, or I'm not sure. Anyway, this must end. My brother once offered a challenge to me. He's no religious genius. Lots of people have come up with this. But my brother said to me, why do I have to have Shabbat on Saturday? It's not convenient. What if I pledge and follow through with my one day of rest on Tuesday? If the point is to refresh and relax, shift my thoughts from the obligations of work to the wonders of creation, why can't I do it on Tuesday? There's an old Yiddish phrase about this, machen Shabbos für sich. Yeah, maybe I need to take that Yiddish class that's coming. Machen Shabbos für sich, making Shabbos for themselves. It speaks to the breakdown of communal norms and the breakdown of the community itself. That seems bad. Now, my brother might shrug. We feel that this can't be good for the Jews. But why? One short answer is that it says in the Torah, God rested on day 7, so you have Shabbat on day 7. It also says you can't eat bacon. So my brother will not be moved by that argument. Okay, if it's not theological or scriptural, what is it? Why Shabbat on Saturday? Why not on Tuesday? Think about it. No, really. Now, you might say, because. But why? Go ahead, think in your head. This is the sort of thing I like to think about all the time because the students ask questions like this. And you can't just say because, or that's just how Jews do it. And you certainly can't say to a child that we've been doing it like this for 3,000 years. A child will say, you've been doing it this way for 3,000 years. I'm 7, and I just figured out a better way. There has to be a good reason. It can be intellectual, emotional, theological, spiritual, excuse me. But there has to be a compelling why. Without a compelling why, children will walk away. Adults will walk away. For me, I suppose I have a few reasons, but I really groove to the communal and the astronomical. I like being part of the Jewish people, centered in the land of Israel with outposts around the world. I love the idea that all of us, wherever we are, engage in the same thing on the same day at the same time. Sure, there's a variety of practice. But in its essence, we all, those of us who participate, we all eat the matzah at the same time, hear Kol Nidre at the same time, light Shabbat candles at the same time. Not the same moment, but at the same time. I love to imagine being in space looking down. And as I look down, I see Jerusalem and the land of Israel with candles lit in home after home. And then while I'm in space, the earth rotates under me until we get to Greece, and then Italy and South Africa. And one by one, more candles lit as the earth rotates. And then I watch the planet spin as France, then Great Britain come online. Greenland has a couple candles lit, I bet. And then we wait as the earth continues to spin, and New York welcomes Shabbat, and Pittsburgh welcomes Shabbat, and then St. Louis, and Denver, and Sedona, and Los Angeles, and on it goes over the Pacific to Hawaii. All of us Jews around the world, each taking our turn to welcome Shabbat. I might pull off the purpose of Shabbat on a Tuesday, but I would miss the spiritual connection to other Jews. And I would miss the power of a spinning globe calling each of us in turn. That just really moves me. What moves you? But what is this really all about? Now, I don't know what Rabbi Feldman talks about on most Friday nights, but given that I don't write sermons very often, the thing most present in my head is what comes to the page. And what is most present is this unification. To me, two Reformed synagogues a mile apart rightly have different styles, different cultures, different art on the walls even, and there's nothing wrong with that. But when they move in together, oy. Now, vive la différence becomes, you do what? And we are drawn into an incredibly difficult investigation of why we do what we do, wherein the answer, because, is not enough. We have to figure out why we do what we do. We have to figure out how it brings us, all of us, together. We all have been offering to God however we please. Now we have to dig deep to figure out our deeply felt goals. What moves us to express Jewish values? How exactly we use mitzvot to make the world a better place, make ourselves better people. And if this sounds like my last sermon that you heard, it probably is going to sound like my next sermon too. That's because this is all I think about every day. And you have to too. Because as much as the challenge is financial and legal and logistical and administrative, it is first and foremost spiritual. This unification is forcing us to ask, what is Jewish life all about? How does it touch my soul? How can I help it touch other people's souls? It is forcing us to ask, why do I do what I do? The metaphor is too strong. But we probably are going to have to tear down a metaphorical altar or two, smash a pillar here or there. But in the end, we will be able to fulfill God's prediction that together with your households, you shall feast there before your God Adonai, happy in all your undertakings in which your God Adonai has blessed you. Our challenge, my challenge, your challenge, is to find the words that express the meaning and value Judaism holds. And we must have an answer when this process is complete. So what's your answer? Shabbat Shalom. We have some announcements in here. Here?
Yes.
Tell me what.
So you should have received also this handout when you came in here. You got it. So you can check it out to see all the things that are happening. It's going to be a very busy month in just about a month. There's a lot of things happening. We definitely want you to come back tomorrow morning to celebrate with Noah and his family here at 10:30. Also, we will have Torah study at 8:30 in the morning, and our morning meeting will meet upstairs with Rabbi Gibson at 9:15. So now we continue with our service, beginning on page 282 as we rise in body or spirit for Aleinu. עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשינו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Please be seated. We turn to page 293. Our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. We keep in mind the recent deaths of Shirley Weiner, Janet G. Hirschberg, Reed Rutenberg, Jace Alexander Robinson, Nancy Averbach. And we keep in mind the yahrzeits for Abe Ainsman, Sam Alcaro, Mary Benkovitz, Leonard Berger, Joseph Berger, Claire Berlin Levine, Ann Berman, Sidney Block, Norman Boudman, Sidney Brody, Bessie Buckman, Eugene Crawford, Jean Cullen, Bernice K. Curtis, Allegra Simcha Dana, Selma Davis, Marcia Robbins Danovitz, Morris A. Dichter, Bernard Divick, David Edelstein. Ben Aaronworth, Rose Ellenstoss, Mark Fagan, Daniel Fine, Natalie Fruman, Charles Garfinkel, Selma Roz Sachs-Glick, Francis Gold, Barry Goldstein, Saul Goldstein, Elizabeth Goldstein, Harry Gondelman, Daniel Harrison, Hinda Honig, Jack Josowitz, Eleanor Cooper Katz, Andrew Kaufman, Elaine L. Kaufman, Daryl Lazarus, Jerry Lebovitz, Lily Lefkowitz, Sheldon P. Leisowitz, Esther Loeb, Norman Magid, Leopold Mandler, Sophie Masloff, Julius Mayer, Richard Miller, Lawrence Edward Monaco, Sala Mordechai, Stephanie Mueller, Celia Oakes, Ben Oranger, Sidney Oranger, Edward Pearlstein, Eleanor Quint, Barbara Rakoff, Cheryl Rive Radoff, Abe Rubin, Laura Rubin, Richard Rubinoff, Mark Morris Scheck, Sigmund L. Shea, Betty Schellmeister, Israel Schnerov, Saul Shapiro, Lillian Silverman, Randy Susan Silverman, George Schlesinger, Barbara Salerno, Elise Solomon, Edward Sorok, Sam Spokane, Sander Stewart, Henry C. Stoffman, William Stoffman, Eleanor L. Tabor, Leonard Trachtenberg, Cy Unell, Sophie Winkle, Harriet Weitzman, Alan David Bud Yorkin, Abe Zalman, and Albert D. Zecker. As I see already, if you are having a yahrzeit this week, I would ask you to rise first. If you are have a recent loss, of course, I would also ask you to rise if you're within your Shiva or the Shloshim period. If there's anyone else who has a name to add, let me just go across. And let me ask the rest of the congregation to rise. We think of our loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those who died at this season in years past, and those whom we have drawn into our hearts with our own. We'll say Mourner's Kaddish.
Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabba, be'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlik malchutei, b'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'zman kari v'imru. Amen. Yehei shemei Rabba mevarach le'olam u'almei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitrilmam v'yitnasei, v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shemei dekudisha b'richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, dal miram be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlama Rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Osei shalom bimromav, hu ya'asei shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Amen.
Amen. Zichronam livracha, may their memories be for a blessing. One real quick last announcement from me. If you haven't registered your children yet for the school, register your children for the school. It's really going to be great. I'm very, very excited. Ever in your professional life bring two cultures, two systems, everything together? Isn't it fun? So much fun. But the end result's going to be great. Just you wait till you see December. It's going to be great. So everything is good. I'm very excited about everything that's happening. And register your kids and wait till you see what we pull off this year. With that, I think we're going to finish up with Oseh Shalom.
We will, and following the service, we'll join together in the auditorium just behind you for our Kiddush and Motzi, and we will celebrate with Noah. Is it your birthday today, too? Happy birthday.
It's the whole thing.
All right, that's what I thought. Oseh Shalom, Bimromav, shalom. Hu yaseh, hu yaseh, hu yaseh shalom. Alleluia. May the one who makes peace. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. Oh, say shalom, be promam. Oh, say shalom, be promam. Hu yaseh, hu yaseh, hu yaseh shalom. Hu yaseh, hu yaseh, hu yaseh shalom. Hu yaseh, hu yaseh, hu yaseh shalom. Hallelujah. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.